About a third of adults don't get enough sleep. And sleep deprivation has serious consequences for your brain and body. Many people think they can get by on less than 7 to 9 hours a night, or say they need to sleep less because of work or family obligations. The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, though needs do vary from person to person. Some incredibly rare people can actually get by on a few hours of sleep per night, while others are sometimes called long sleepers because they need 11 hours nightly. But regardless of your body's clock, a lack of sleep will cause your physical and mental health to suffer. Here are 12 health consequences of sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation and disrupted sleep schedules have been linked to increased risk for several cancers, most notably colon and breast cancers. Sleep helps cleanse the brain of the beta-amyloid protein that can build up while you are awake. The protein is strongly associated with Alzheimer's disease. A lack of sleep can lead to a vicious cycle, since the more beta-amyloid protein there is in the brain, the harder it is to get to a cleansing deep sleep state. People with more disrupted sleep schedules tend to have more beta-amyloid protein buildup. Sleep deprivation has a negative effect on the heart. When researchers kept people awake for 88 hours, their blood pressure went up. Even participants who were allowed to sleep for 4 hours a night showed an elevated heart rate when compared with those who got 8 hours. Concentrations of C-reactive protein, a marker of heart disease risk, also increase in people who are fully or partially deprived of sleep. Prolonged sleep deprivation and even one night of sleeplessness can impede your body's natural defenses against infection. Sleep deprivation also seems to make newly received vaccines less effective. If you're wondering why you're sick all the time and seem to pick up every bug that travels around the office, it's probably because you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep-deprived people are almost 3 times as likely as well-rested people to catch a cold. Insomniacs are twice as likely to develop depression. Treating sleep problems may help treat depressive symptoms. Being awake when your body wants you to be asleep messes with your metabolism, which in turn increases your risk for insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. There is a strong association between regular sleep loss and the risk of developing diabetes. More sleep may also help reduce diabetes risk for adolescents. Drowsy driving is often compared to drunk driving. You really shouldn't do either. Motor vehicle accidents related to fatigue, drowsy driving, and falling asleep at the wheel are particularly common. Regular sleep loss makes you more likely to develop both inflammatory bowel disease and irritable bowel syndrome. Patients with Crohn's disease have been found to be twice as likely to experience a relapse when they don't get enough sleep. Sleep deprivation leads to headaches. Migraines can be triggered by sleepless nights. 58% of people with sleep apnea reported waking up with nondescript morning headaches. Our sleep cycle or body clock doesn't just determine when we are tired or awake. It also affects the function of every cell in our body. Disruptions in sleep schedules prevent cells from fighting inflammation. That's why tired people often have many problems from inflammatory conditions, including asthma, arthritis, multiple sclerosis, and cardiovascular disease. Many health problems are associated with sleep deprivation and poor sleep, but here's the big one. People who consistently do not get 7 or 8 hours of sleep a night are more likely to die during a given period. Put more simply, we all die eventually, but sleeping too little or even too much is associated with a higher risk of dying sooner than you might otherwise. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you want more recipes and tips.